Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss the moments that make your heart skip a beat. Because what we're about to share with you is something no one saw coming. Sometimes, the most unforgettable stories aren't written in scripts or rehearsed in front of cameras. They happen in quiet corners, away from the lights, in moments so pure they almost feel like dreams. For Wang and Shen Yue, two stars whose on-screen chemistry has captivated millions. That moment arrived unexpectedly. And for a brief instant, the world got a glimpse into something that wasn't meant to be public. It all started on a rainy Thursday evening in Shanghai. The kind of evening where the streets glisten like glass under street lamps, and the air hums with the promise of something unplanned. Dylan, dressed casually in a black hoodie and cap, had been spotted leaving a private film screening with a few close friends. Shen Yue, as fate would have it, was there too. No red carpet, no stylists, no entourage, just a simple, oversized cream sweater, her hair tied loosely, and a warm smile that could melt even the coldest night. At first, no one thought much of it. Both had been invited to the same small gathering of industry friends. But what happened next, away from the crowd, is what left fans stunned. A short clip began circulating online. It wasn't flashy or staged. Just a brief, grainy video from someone who had been standing outside the venue, sheltered under an umbrella. In the frame, Dylan and Shen Yue walked side by side down a narrow alley lined with old brick walls. It was raining softly, the sound of droplets falling on puddles creating a gentle rhythm. Dylan held an umbrella, tilted slightly toward her, making sure she stayed dry even though it meant his own shoulder was damp. Shen Yue laughed at something he said. Not the polite, camera-ready laugh fans know, but the kind that crinkles her eyes and escapes before she can stop it. That laugh, it's the kind of sound that can't be faked. In the video, Dylan glances down at her with that unmistakable mix of fondness and amusement. Without thinking, he adjusts the umbrella again, his hand brushing against hers. She doesn't pull away. Instead, she leans just slightly closer, their shoulders touching as they walk. The tenderness of that moment is what set the internet on fire. There were no declarations of love, no dramatic gestures. Just two people sharing an umbrella, walking slowly through the rain, completely unaware, or perhaps unconcerned, that anyone might be watching. For fans who have followed Dylan and Shen Yue since their first drama together, it was like a scene lifted straight from a script, only more real. The clip sparked countless theories. Were they simply close friends catching up? Was this a sign of something deeper? And if it was, had this connection been quietly growing all along, hidden from the public eye? Insiders began to share their own observations. Those who have worked with Dylan and Shen Yue speak of an ease between them, a trust that doesn't come from rehearsed lines, but from genuine understanding. They've been seen laughing together during breaks, leaning in to share private jokes, and offering each other subtle gestures of encouragement when the cameras aren't rolling. This rainy night in Shanghai seemed to be another piece of that puzzle, one that fans have been putting together for years. But perhaps what makes this moment so captivating is its simplicity. In an industry where relationships are often performed for publicity, this felt different. There were no photographers waiting, no stylists ensuring every hair was in place. Just two people, caught in the middle of an ordinary street, making it extraordinary simply by being there together. Of course, with the clip going viral, reactions flooded in. Some fans were overjoyed, calling it proof of the bond they've always believed in. Others urged caution, reminding everyone that moments like these, however beautiful, still belong to the people living them. One fan wrote, "You can tell they're comfortable with each other in a way that doesn't need to be explained. It's not for us to label, just to appreciate." Another added, "Please let them have this. They deserve to feel normal without the world dissecting every step." Even so, the fascination only grew. Comments dissected every detail. The way Dylan adjusted the umbrella without looking. The way Shen Yue's laughter seemed to soften his expression. The brief moment when their eyes met under the dim glow of a street lamp. And while these observations are touching, they also raise the question, why do we as fans feel so connected to these moments? Perhaps it's because they remind us that love, or the beginnings of it, is universal. That no matter how famous someone becomes, the magic of walking with someone you care about in the rain is the same. Over the next few days, more photos surfaced, blurry, candid shots that seemed to be taken from a respectful distance. In them, Dylan and Shen Yue are seen leaving a small cafe tucked into the corner of the old French concession. He's carrying 2 steaming cups of coffee, handing one to her with a grin. She accepts it with both hands, as if savoring the warmth in the cool night air. The cafe owner, later interviewed, described them as quiet and kind, noting how they spoke in low voices and laughed often. They didn't act like celebrities, he said, just 2 young people enjoying each other's company. It's in these kinds of testimonies that the heart of the story lies, not in grand gestures or public statements, but in the little things, the shared umbrella, the exchanged coffee, the easy laughter that comes when you're with someone who makes you feel at home. And maybe that's why this tender scene hit fans so hard. It wasn't about confirming rumors or making headlines. It was about witnessing a connection that felt unshakably real. For Dylan, whose rise to fame has been meteoric, moments like these are rare. The constant demands of filming, travel, and public appearances leave little room for personal life. Shen Yue, too, has navigated the pressures of stardom with grace, often speaking about the challenges of staying grounded in such a fast-moving world. In each other, perhaps they found a safe harbor, a place to rest, to breathe, to be themselves. Of course, whether their relationship is romantic or not remains unknown, and maybe it doesn't matter. What matters is the sincerity that radiates from these moments, the way they seem to speak a language only they understand. As fans, we're left with the privilege and the responsibility of witnessing without intruding, of supporting without demanding, because some stories are most beautiful when they're allowed to unfold at their own pace. Still, it's hard not to imagine what could be. The rain-soaked streets, the warm cafe, the shared glances. They're the building blocks of every great romance we've ever read or watched. And with Dylan and Shen Yue, those scenes feel achingly possible. Will we see more of them together? Maybe. Will they ever confirm the nature of their bond? Only time will tell. But for now, this one night, this one walk in the rain, has left an imprint that won't be easily forgotten. Because sometimes, the moments we least expect are the ones that stay with us the longest. So to Dylan and Shen Yue, wherever you are, may your walks be peaceful, your laughter genuine, and your umbrella always big enough for 2.